Call to order City of Forest Park Council meeting number 1292, May 1st, 2017. Let us stand for the pledge, please.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Clerk, call the roll, please.
Burns.
Here.
Collins. Cottle. Herbie.
Here.
Holt.
Here.
Johnson.
Here.
Southall.
Here. Is there a motion, Councilwoman Herbie?
Yes, I would move to excuse Councilwomen Collins and Cottle.
Second motion.
Moved and seconded that we excuse Councilwoman Collins and Cottle. Is there any discussion? Hearing none, all those in favor of the motion to excuse, let it be known by the sign of voting aye.
Aye.
Opposed? They are excused. Next item on the agenda is the minutes. You all should have received copies of the minutes in your packet. Are there any additions or corrections to the minutes? Hearing none, the minutes will stand approved as presented. Next item is item number 3, presentations. First of these presentations is going to be, first two actually, Police Department. We have oath of office for Police Sergeant Jackie Dreyer and oath of office, Police Officer Vernon Jeffers. Officer Sergeant Dwyer.
Vernon first.
Vernon first, okay. Come forward, sir. You come over here, please.
Yes, sir. How you doing? Very good. How are you, sir?
Can we just do this? Raise your right hand and repeat after me. I, and state your name,
I, Vernon Jeffers,
do solemnly swear or affirm
do solemnly swear or affirm
that I will support
that I will support
the Constitution
the Constitution
of the United States
of the United States
and the Constitution
and the Constitution
of the State of Ohio
and the Constitution of the State of Ohio
and the Charter
and the Charter
of the Municipality
of the Municipality
of Forest Park, Ohio,
of Forest Park, Ohio,
and that I will faithfully,
that I will faithfully,
honestly,
honestly,
and impartially
and impartially
discharge the duties
discharge the duties
as police officer.
as police officer.
Congratulations, sir.
Thank you, sir.
Would you like to leave?
Well, there's a lot of people I'd like to thank. I'd like to thank the council. I'd also like to thank Chief. I'd also like to thank Captain Arns, who I consider a friend and a mentor. This has been a long journey, and I couldn't have done it without my family. I couldn't have done it without my wife, Cassandra, who's sitting over there. I could not have done this without my two beautiful children that motivated me every day, Ariana and Trey. I'm also here with my mother-in-law, who helped us out tremendously with babysitting, and I couldn't have done it without you as well. Being a police officer means a lot to me, and I look forward to serving the community of Forest Park. I look forward to building a relationship with the community and strengthening the relationship between the police department and the community. And I'm awfully grateful, and I want to quick thank my Lord and Savior. Thank you for this as well. So thank you, and I look forward to serving this community. Thank you.
You want to do them one at a time, or you want to do it's up to you?
Well, good evening, everyone, and here we are again, and we're slowly getting back to that magic number we're trying to get to. I think we're at 35 now, and it's been a journey, I believe, for Vernon, and we're happy to have him here. As usual, I'd like to say a few things about each person that we're going to promote or bring on. Vernon comes to us from Middletown, New Jersey. And don't ask me how he got here from Middletown, New Jersey. I have no clue. His wife. That's usually the case, right? Vernon did graduate from the Great Oaks Police Academy back in 2008. He worked for the city of Lincoln Heights, or village of Lincoln Heights Police Department for 4 years. And there he served on first shift for a year, and he was an OIC of that particular shift from 2009, 2013. When Lincoln Heights went to the sheriff's department, I believe Vernon then went to Metro Parks of Butler County, where he worked there for over 2 years, from 2013 to 2015. And as I say, a journey, you can see this is a journey for him. He left Metro Parks, went to work for the Hamilton County Sheriff's Office, where he spent 2.5 years. There he was part of the Civil Disturbance Response Team, and he also received the Sheriff Neal Leadership Award. And tonight I wanted to take this opportunity to welcome him to the family, and we'll have our pinning of the badge, Ariana and Trey. Remember how I told you to do this? That's what they told me. I said be nice. That's pretty cool. I don't know how else you look at it. That's pretty cool. So again, we welcome you. Hope you do good things here, and I'm sure you will. And I think we'll be back in a couple more weeks here with our 36th, I believe. So, but congratulations, and thank you very much for joining us.
Thank you, sir.
All right.
Okay, moving right along before I come to council for comments. Now it is time for the sergeant.
Thank you.
All right, raise your right hand and repeat after me. I, and state your name,
I, Jackie Dreyer,
do solemnly swear or affirm
do solemnly swear or affirm
that I will support
that I will support
the Constitution
the Constitution
of the United States
of the United States
and the Constitution
and the Constitution
of the State of Ohio
of the State of Ohio
and the Charter
and the Charter
of the Municipality
of the Municipality
of Forest Park, Ohio,
of Forest Park, Ohio,
and that I will faithfully,
and that I will faithfully,
honestly,
honestly,
and impartially
and impartially
discharge the duties
discharge the duties
as Sergeant,
as Sergeant,
Forest Park Police.
Forest Park Police. Thank you. Thank you. I first and foremost want to thank Chief Cannon, Captain Arns, City Manager Ray Hodges, Ty, City Council, for allowing me to serve the citizens of Forest Park in this new role. Excuse me. I'd like to thank my family for your support all along. For all of those who are here, people who have retired and come back, I thank you for the guidance that you've given me along the way. The people who are here and still working here, for the guidance that I believe I'll continue to get from you as I continue on this journey. So, thank you.
It's not very often we get to see her speechless to some degree. So savor it, guys. This is a really proud moment for a lot of us here, I think, especially for me, and I know for Jackie and her family, and for this division, and for the city. But before she came here, she did some other things. Jackie is a 12-year veteran of our police department. And before she joined us, she received her Bachelor of Science in Criminal Justice in 1993 from Xavier University. She spent the next 5 years working in a residential treatment setting with juvenile sexual offenders. She began her career in law enforcement with the Hamilton County Probation Department in 1998. I didn't know you were this old, actually, until I started reading this. While there, she went back to school, and she earned her Master of Science in Criminal Justice from Xavier University in 2002, earning a 4-point GPA, where I think, according to her detective friends that were in the office before, she's the smartest person in the room. And she probably was there with a 4.0. She became a member of the Forest Park Police Department in 2004, graduating from the Ohio State Highway Patrol Academy on December 17th, 2004. Now, while Jackie has been with our police department, she's been involved with various assignments within the police department. And just to name a few, she's been an advisor with our Explorer program. She was a member of our original community response team. She's been a field training officer, a detective, a computer voice stress analysis, a union rep, an assistant team leader, officer in charge, and now she becomes the first female supervisor in the history of this police department. So with that, congratulations to you very much, and I know that we're going to see a lot of good things from Sergeant Dreyer. And in doing the pinning of the badge this evening, I got her brother Michael from Springdale is going to do this. I think he was surprised.
I wasn't thanked nearly enough in that speech. Mine first. Oh, this is gonna hurt.
So I believe she officially outranks you as of now. Right? So, well, Jackie, congratulations very much so. I'm very proud of you. I really am. And honest, and it's just, I've seen this journey that you've been striving for, and I'm so glad that, that you're here with us in this capacity today. So congratulations.
Thank you.
Good luck.
Thank you.
All right.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
At this time, are there any comments from council? Councilwoman Herbie.
There are certain events which stand out when we're on council, and among those is definitely swearing in new officers for both police, fire, swearing in any new employee, and also swearing in during promotions. And I wish both of you the best, especially you in your promotion. I'm so pleased to see that we've hired our first command woman, and that's a wonderful milestone, and I hope for more. And so I want you to be a role model for the other women.
Yes, ma'am.
Councilwoman Hope.
I just want to say to the officer, Jeffers, welcome to Forest Park. You've joined, example, a very great group of officers, and I wish you much luck in the city. And to you, congratulations on your promotion, and yay for the women.
I knew that. Southall.
Yes. I'd like to say to Police Officer Jeffers, welcome aboard, and we hope that you will be with Forest Park a long, long time. And Sergeant Jackie Dreyer, I'm also congratulations come to you for your promotion as sergeant. And we know that the both of you, Forest Park will be better. We have a fine police department, but I believe that you two folks will give us even a higher rating. Thank you.
Thank you.
Mr. Beat.
Thank you, Mr. Mayor. First, Officer Jeffers. I used to hang out in New Jersey off and on. It was South Jersey, so Middletown is a good place too. Congratulations to you and your family and your daughter and your son. They're beautiful kids. To your accomplishments over the journey that the chief articulated, I'm glad you're here. You know, everything that you've done over the last several years has prepared you for being the best, highest quality officer that you can be here in the city of Forest Park. And the officers that are here are going to give you that model to better shine the medal that you have. So I'm looking forward to seeing you on the streets and the activities that you're going to participate in. And the Sergeant Dwyer, it's tough to be first, but it's oh so sweet. Congratulations. This is a great, great accomplishment. It speaks to your character and the vision that the leadership of the police department has, and to all the accomplishments that you've had thus far. We're so proud of you, and we have some great things, I'm sure, in store for you. Congratulations.
Thank you.
First of all, let me again congratulate the two of you and to say welcome to you, sir, and congratulations to you, Sergeant. It's going to be easy. I love that word. You know, when Adam was a sergeant, I never got to say that very much. To the families, thank you all for sharing them with us. Thank you all for loaning them to us and continue to loan them to us for a number of years to come. As I like to say, you know, you're joining the best, you're continuing with the best. You know, for those of you who are Bengals fans, please close your ears and forget, I try not to hear this one. But I like to look at our organization, our police organization, sometimes in terms of sports. I look at them as they're the Montreal Canadiens of police departments. In hockey, hockey's my favorite sport. And they're the New England Patriots, Bengals, of football. Because those two organizations exemplify building, rebuilding, continuing to build. You don't see it, it's seamless. But they're always there at the end. They're always among the best. They're always the best. And that's a tribute to the men and women who've served in this police department, and a special tribute to those gentlemen and people who have led this police department. As long as we continue to bring in this quality of people, we're always going to be the Patriots and the Canadiens, without a doubt. So again, thank all of you in all of the roles that you played in bringing them along and in being what you are to the city of Forest Park. As I always say, you know, it's a good feeling living here. You know, are we crimeless? No. But are we as bad as other places? Oh, absolutely not. Nowhere close. And that's, you know, you can see that when you go out at night and you still see us old people walking the streets, taking our after-dinner cruises or whatever. And we do that in complete safety. So again, thank you all. And we really want you to understand and know that we, the City Council, really appreciate you, and that our citizens appreciate you. So thank you.
Thank you.
Okay, at this time, we normally would lose our audience, so for those of you who feel like you need to leave, please feel free. If you want to stay in here with us, you can feel free to do that, too, as well. Captain?
Yes, yes. These are all friends. This is a friend right here. My wife is right there.
I want to know if both of the children are going to follow in their father's footsteps.
Coming back right now. Look like you are. Look like you're ready.
Both the girl and the boy.
Oh, wow. This is a great opportunity. Good to see you. Good to see you. Well, yeah, I'm going to join you guys sooner than later. Good to see you guys.
Hey, how you doing, sir?
How you doing? Good.
Good, good. You're doing a good job as usual. I see you out there.
Oh, wow.
Hey, Kev, how you doing, sir? How's life treating you in retirement? I know. You know, just make you wish you'd done it 5 years earlier, don't it? There he is. He didn't retire yet. Did he?
Good to see you around. Yeah. You swore back in.
You all take care.
Exactly.
motion. Okay, so next we'll entertain a motion. Councilwoman Holt?
I would like to make a motion to take up at the, motion to amend the agenda and take up at this time item B and C under new business. Motion to appoint candidates to the Economic Development Commission.
Second?
It's been moved and properly second that we take up items B and C under new business and consideration of candidates for the Economic Development Commission.
Yes.
Could I move to amend that to the Economic Development Commission and the Environmental Awareness Board?
So we have to deal with the additional amendment first, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, you don't have,
You have to have a second.
oh, you have to vote on,
Second.
okay, vote on the main motion first. Thank you.
Okay, is there any discussion on the main motion?
None.
Mr. Mayor, we are voting to amend the agenda at this point. To
Right.
bring both items to the front.
At the same time?
Yes.
Okay. All right.
Okay, then, will I move to amend the motion by adding, and the Environmental Awareness Board of Directors for the term expiring November 30th, 2019.
That's a friendly amendment. Did you second that?
Okay, it's been moved and seconded that we amended, Sally, go ahead. What did we do wrong?
I'm sorry. What we're doing right now is we're amending the agenda just to bring both of those items up front. We haven't actually made the motion to appoint Mrs. News.
No.
No.
But we want to just,
Voting on the amendment.
Yes.
Right.
We're voting on amending it to bring those items up.
Right.
Okay.
Right, okay.
Okay, all those in favor of amending the agenda to add items to, wait a minute, let me go back again. Are there any questions to the motion to amend the agenda? Hearing no questions, would the clerk call the roll on the amendment?
Burns,
Yes.
Herbie,
yes?
Holt,
Yes.
Johnson,
Yes,
Southall.
Yes.
the motion to amend the agenda with the addition of item passes 5-0. Now, is there,
Can I ask a question? The motion to amend the agenda says to appoint candidates to Economic Development Commission. So do I amend that to add?
Yeah.
Okay, all right.
Okay, so now we have a motion to add the second part of that, or we're just voting on the total amendment?
Yeah.
Okay, now, all those, is there any questions? This is a roll call. Hearing none, would the clerk please call the roll call on the additional amendment?
Okay. Burns,
Yes.
Herbie,
Yes?
Holt,
Yes.
Johnson,
Yes,
Southall.
motion passes 5-0. So at this time, we would have,
I would like to make a motion to appoint Ms. Chelsea Nuss to the Economic Development Commission for the term expiring November 30, 2019.
Second.
it's been moved and seconded that we appoint Ms. Chelsea Newts to, is it pronounced Noose or Nuss? Nuss.
Yes.
Is there any discussion? Hearing none, is this roll call or a voice?
This is just a voice.
All those in favor, let it be known by the sign of voting aye.
Aye.
Opposed? None. So, would you come up, please?
But now, wait a minute, now she has to do that. Now you have to do that.
No, we have to swear in first. Yeah. Okay, would you raise your right hand and repeat after me? I, and state your name,
I, Chelsea Nuss,
do solemnly swear or affirm
do solemnly swear or affirm
that I will support the Constitution of the United States
that I will support the Constitution of the United States
and the Constitution of the State of Ohio
and the Constitution of the State of Ohio
and the Charter of the Municipality of Forest Park, Ohio,
and the Charter of the Municipality of Forest Park, Ohio,
and that I will faithfully,
and that I will faithfully,
honestly,
honestly,
and impartially
and impartially
discharge the duties
discharge the duties as
which one is this?
Environment.
Environmental to the
Economic Development
Commission
and Environmental
and the
Awareness.
Environmental Awareness Board of Directors.
as the Economic Development Commission and the Environmental Awareness Board of Directors.
Congratulations. Thank you. Okay. I don't try to pin these on. I might not stick it in. Would you like to have a word? Okay.
I just would like to say thank you so much for all the support that I've received over these years in Forest Park, both as a community member, a volunteer for the community. I would like to thank my Inspirational Baptist Church family for coming, as well as other friends here in Forest Park. I really appreciate the support. As you all well know, I have a passion and excitement and love and the education to come with it for the Economic Development Commission. I'm very interested in making sure that we continue to attract great businesses that hopefully many of our residents can, be employed by and continue the work that Forest Park has done in making it such a great place to live. I am also a bit of a tree hugger, as many of my Miami University alum would attest to. I was on the College of Western, and so very, very much concerned about our environment and the ways that we can continue to bring awareness and make our ecological footprint lessened. So thank you so much for having me.
Sure. Congratulations again.
Thank you.
Sure. Okay. Is there a motion, Councilwoman Hope?
I would like to make a motion to appoint Ms. Jessica Miranda to the Economic Development Commission for the term expiring November 30th, 2019.
Second.
It's been moved and second that we appoint Ms. Jessica Miranda to the Economic Development Commission. Is there any discussion?
None.
Hearing none, all those in favor of the motion, let it be known by the sign of voting aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Ms. Miranda is so appointed. Would you come up, Jessica, please? Congratulations. Thank you, sir. Raise your right hand and repeat it. Oh, you did it. You know this. Do you? I state your name.
I, Jessica Miranda,
Do solemnly swear or affirm
do solemnly swear or affirm
that I will support
that I will support
the Constitution of the United States
the Constitution of the United States
and the Constitution
and the Constitution
of the State of Ohio
of the State of Ohio
and the Charter
and the Charter
of the Municipality
of the Municipality
of Forest Park,
of
Ohio,
Forest Park, Ohio,
and that I will faithfully,
and that I will faithfully,
honestly,
honestly,
and impartially
and impartially
discharge the duties
discharge the duties
as a member of
as a member of
the Economic Development Commission.
the Economic Development Commission.
Congratulations again.
Thank you, sir.
And now you get to talk.
Good evening, council members. First off, let me just start by saying it is awesome to be here. We normally have conflicting meetings that do not allow me to come over here, being a board member for Winton Woods City School District. So thank you so very much for this appointment to the Economic Development Commission, and thank you to Mr. Brim and everyone else that was involved recruiting me over here. I greatly appreciate it, and I cannot wait to get to work. Our city is great. I love living here since 2010. Our first homeowners in Forest Park. So thank you to my family. Thank you to the council. Thank you, Mayor Johnson. Thank you, Mr. Brim. And let's get to work.
I'm going to say something.
Councilwoman Hope.
I just want to say thanks to both of you for volunteering to serve the city. We try so hard to keep the commissions full at all times, and you are a great help. So thank you so much for joining us.
Is there any comments from anyone else on council? Councilwoman Herbie.
I serve on the Human Resources Committee, so I had the opportunity to interview both of them. And I also am liaison to both of those two commissions, the Economic Development Commission and the Environmental Awareness Board. And so I was very pleased when they showed up to meet with the boards. The boards were both very much impressed with both of you. So I know they're going to be great additions to our committees and commissions. Thank you.
Anyone else? Hearing none. Okay. We want to thank you all, and again, this is a time when we tend to lose our audience, so you all might feel free to leave if you choose to. However, you know you're welcome to stay. Thank you very much. Well, Paul?
Young lady.
Paul? Oh, he's coming back. He's not leaving because he's up next. Can you ask for an update for the mall with this office? Somebody, okay. You're going to do it under comment from the public. Yeah. Paul, just now we're come to item number 4, communication from the public. This is the time for citizens to comment on matters before council or to ask questions of concern to them. When recognized, please come forward to the podium, give your name and address, and then state your comments or questions. Council meetings are taped recorded for ease of transcriptions. Comments are limited to 5 minutes normally. Paul, you might take more than that depending on how much you have to say. Under this item tonight, Paul Bremer, Economic Development Director, is going to give us an update. We had a request from, I believe, Councilman Southall for an update on what the goings on at the mall. And anything else you want to tell us. Paul?
Well, I did come with some, just a brief update on the mall situation. As many of you know, we've been working with the new brokers involved with the marketing of the facility. I think that's been noted in my departmental reports that they had hired Newmark, Grubb, Knight, and Frank to market the facility. Chris Knocktraub and John Thompson, 2 commercial real estate brokers with whom we actually have an ongoing working relationship with. Both John and Chris were involved with us on a number of projects here in the community, most notably probably the AutoNation marketing of that site when that property was available for sale. So they're quite familiar with Forest Park. I think the good news is that these are legitimate commercial real estate brokers with a solid track record and a background in both retail and redevelopment projects. So at least there's a legitimate marketing team in place for the facility. It is officially on the market. It has been listed. The asking price is $55 million. I won't comment one way or another on the asking price. It's an asking price. So there could be a variety of motivations there on the owner's part. There is some legitimacy based on the market and the real estate and the fact that it's retail. We all have our own opinions, I think, of what the asking price and what the selling price probably would be. That said, again, this is a legitimate marketing team. They have put together a 35 to 40-page brochure that I've only seen parts of because there's some confidential information with regards to the financials in that packet that is being used and distributed to potential prospects. Again, that's a step forward because we've never had anything in that kind of detail presented to particular prospects. They are marketing the property. I think that they have every intention of being at the ICSC annual conference in May, later this month. I think what is most visible is they've actually run several ads in the Wall Street Journal marketing the facility. I think they're eighth-page ads in the Journal. I know it's run twice. I think they have every intention of running it several more times. Trying to find an investor. The marketing team that's involved with Newmark, I think, is very interested in looking at all options, retail, non-retail, domestic buyers, international buyers. There are a number of groups out there that are looking at malls. I'm sure that all of you have seen articles about mall redevelopment. We all read them now. And there's been a number of different options proposed for those types of projects. mixed-use development, which is where we think this could potentially be heading. But more, I think more recently, you may have seen articles, they just did one in the Journal about how these are being used as fulfillment centers for Amazon, those types of companies, mainly because of their strategic location. Many are located, as ours is, along an interstate. Many of them have the land and building size, and you can convert the facility easily enough to that type of center. There's a number of options, and I think what's important here, two things. Number one, it still ultimately comes down to the owner that we have. The burden, the responsibility for moving this property or finding a partner or redeveloping the site rests with this owner. So hopefully this is a sign that he's serious. I think it is, honestly. How long it's going to take, don't know, but at least there's a serious attempt right now to move the property. And I think that's the second point I wanted to bring up to council tonight. This is a little different from previous attempts. I mean, when we've had brokers that maybe were kind of retail development brokers or kind of involved in redevelopment or revitalization, this is a legitimate brokerage team with a solid national network, and I think it'll be interesting to see where they go with it. This is a strong marketing team. These are probably 3 or 4 of the best retail redevelopment brokers in the region, so we'll see where we go from here. But again, we're hopeful that we'll see some activity from the owner's standpoint at this point.
Any questions for Mr. Graham?
I don't have any question, but I'd like to say I really appreciate the report that you brought back. And it sounds to me, from the curb where I sit, that it sounds more encouraging than in the past. And,
it's more encouraging in the past, but I think we have to recognize where we were starting from, unfortunately. It's been a long road to get to this point. It could still be a long road to get to the final end point of this project. As we've said from the beginning, I don't think we're adverse to working with the current owner, but the current owner has not shown the capability to reposition this property right now. That's nothing against the current owner. The property has had an up and down past, and whether he has to find an additional partnership group to come in and work with him, or he has to find a buyer, I think that there's an opportunity to move the property. But even once that's done, we've got a long road ahead of us in terms of redeveloping this 90-acre site. As we've all discussed, there are some rather substantial obstacles to the redevelopment of this property, not the least of which is the debt and the challenges of trying to redevelop the site. So I don't want to be overly optimistic. I agree with you. We're in a much better position than we have been in past efforts to move the property, but we still got a long road ahead of us.
Thank you. Mr. Graham, would you take a minute and kind of give the rest of the council who did not have an opportunity to make it over today kind of just an overview of what's taking place at VXI?
Absolutely. As many of you know, several years ago, and this was on my hiatus from the city, when Chris was working in this spot, we were able to attract a company called VXI Global, which was a California-based call center operation that moved in. I think they primarily handle satellite television. They may do some of the safety security services. It's a call center. They came in, acquired the building at the corner of Mill and Waycross, did a very extensive renovation of that building. It was an impressive renovation, but they've never really hired up to the point that we thought they would initially. There's probably been anywhere from 100 to 200 people working at the facility, given the products that they were marketing and the projects they had. They just launched today a major hiring effort. They landed 2 major pieces of business and consequently are going to be expanding the operation here in Forest Park. It won't require a physical expansion of the building. However, it will involve the hiring of approximately 200 more associates at the facility. They just launched that effort today with a grand reopening of the facility and ribbon cutting. They also had a radio station there to help market that there are positions available. and they are on a dramatic hiring phase right now to identify those associates and bring them in. I think what is, one of the things that attracted us to this company from the very start is this is a very large, global, a truly global operation with offices internationally, locally, throughout Ohio, throughout the country. There's a potential here to work with them on future expansion. And I think the fact that they're putting resources here into this office is a good sign. I think the fact that they have made a commitment to the Forest Park office and are considering expansion opportunity here gives us a lot of, this is one we can be very optimistic about, I think. And I think the mayor will agree. I know Ray has been involved too. We are very fortunate that they brought in really one of their turnaround people to manage this facility about 3 years ago. And it's been night and day since he's come onto the scene. He's put together a much stronger management team. The atmosphere and culture of the facility is dramatically different. We were over there today for the kind of grand reopening, and just the courtesy and generosity of the associates. It's much different. I mean, everybody, smiles, says hi to you. It's a different, we've all been a part of it. It's a different corporate culture at the facility now. This is a good step forward. I think we're very excited. It looks like VXI could finally start to reach that potential we all had in mind when they came here originally several years ago. So this looks like a very nice project.
Thank you. Okay, moving right along in the agenda. Next item on the agenda is report of standing committees. First one is the Public Improvement and Facilities. Mr. Southall.
Yes, Mr. Mayor, thank you. We've heard from Mr. Paul Bram, our Economic Director, and the two reports he has were, again, without repeating himself, is very encouraging. We know we have a long way to go, but we're going in the right direction at any rate. The only other thing I would like to do as a part, since I do have the floor at this time, I'd like to make several announcements for the month of May, starting with as a member of the Safety Committee. I would like to acknowledge the fact that from May 21st to May 27th of this year, the EMS, will be, this will be considered the week that would be associated with honoring and educating the public about the fine EMS service that we receive. Also, the next thing I'd like to bring forth is as a liaison to the Recreation Commission that on May the 6th, which is coming Saturday, there will be a parade in which the mayor will, at the conclusion of the parade, will throw out the first pitch for the baseball season. That's the notation I received. So, also on May the 19th, on a Friday, the annual spring fling that's given by the seniors of Lincoln Heights, of Forest Park, would be held at that time at 7:30 to 11 p.m. And lastly, the last thing I'd like to mention would be the Saturday, May the 20th, is considered Earth Day, which the city has already set forth that date here locally to remind the citizens that we will participate, and then hopefully people around the city will, if you choose to, this is the time that we will be planting trees and shrubs. With that, Mr. Mayor, that's the end of my report, and if there's any questions, I'd be happy to field them. Thank you.
Any questions for Councilman Southall? Hearing none, Councilman Southall, I have no items on the agenda for you for the work session on May 8th. Do you have any to add?
I do not at this time, sir. Thank you.
Next report is Ways and Means, Councilwoman Herbie.
Yes, I don't have a Ways and Means Committee meeting, and Mr. Brim covered much of the information in economic development, which is one of my liaison duties, but the other is a liaison to environmental awareness. And the Winton Woods cleanup that was previously held was a great success. We had 150 volunteers who collected over 2 tons of materials from the Winton Woods, like watershed. And also, we have 2 programs which start about this time of the year. The first is the large appliance collection, which began on the 24th of April. And if you have large appliances, call the municipal building and ask for Mr. Wright Gwynn, who's the director of the Environmental Awareness Program. And if you are responsible for taking the appliance out to the curb, but when you call him, they'll make an appointment for when you can take that out, and we have people who will, from the Public Works, who will pick those up. If they contain Freon, we hold on to them until we have a substantial number, and then we contact someone to drain the Freon and haul the large appliances away. The other program that just recently started is the Reforesting Forest Park program, which is in its 5th year, and the Environmental Awareness Program supplies 75% subsidy for purchasing trees, and we have 4 different options of trees right now. 7 have already been reserved, but there are we usually fund up to 100. So if you're interested in planting trees on your property, again, call Mr. Wright Gwynn. And then also we have the citywide yard sale, which is taking place this coming Saturday from 8 o'clock until 4 o'clock. And for those persons who are participating in the program, if they have unsold items they wish to dispose of, we will have a trailer here from St. Vincent de Paul. You can bring them here at the end of the day, and they will be taken by St. Vincent de Paul for reuse. There will also be a truck available for used clothing. So if you're residents and have old used clothing, they will collect these and they will sort through them and repurpose some things, and then the things which they can't, like torn undershirts or things like that, rags, they will recycle those. So that would conclude my report.
Any questions for Councilwoman Herbie? Hearing none, Councilwoman Herbie, I have one item, it's reappropriations ordinance. Do you have any to add?
No, sir.
Next for Community Development Committee, Mr. Burns.
Thank you, Mr. Mayor. I have a couple of things I'd like to talk about. I don't have a report for community development. However, the meeting for the school board, with the school board for the month of May has been canceled. We'll resume the next meeting in the month of June, and I believe it would be the 4th Thursday in June at 6:30 here at the municipal building, with school ending activities and things of that nature. The school board just could not make it for this month, which we kind of anticipated. And the other item I would like to ultimately put on the agenda for a work session has to do with the how the charter in its relationships to council member attendance of the meetings in their role as a council person. As we all know, we have had council member here in the last 5 months with no attendance, with letters. However, not that individual circumstance is not my concern. My greater concern is extended absence in the future for any council member. Our charter only reflects the vote for excused as a condition for dismissal or, for lack of a better term, dismissal, but I'm not looking at that from that perspective. I think our charter needs to be looked at from the standpoint of contiguous absences over an extended period. If a council member is in no condition to serve, whether that be medical or by choice, for an extended period, I think we owe it to the people of the city who put us here to understand what the conditions are and what the actions of the council as a whole should be in the future. So I think we need to talk about that more from a forward-thinking perspective as opposed to the situation we have right now. I think the council is just tied, and council members are somewhat tied to the courtesy of the excused absence. Thank you.
Any questions for Mr. Burns? Hearing none, Mr. Burns, I don't have any items for you, but I do make a note of the issue that you wanted to have placed on the agenda. Next committee report is Law Committee, Councilwoman Collins, who's absent. Does anyone have a report in regard to that committee? Hearing none, I have no items on the agenda for that, for Law Committee. However, I will probably, with the, after consulting with Ray and John, look at perhaps inviting some member of the Charter Review Board to address, come at least address that issue. Next committee report is Human Resources, Councilwoman Hope.
I do not have a report tonight, thank you.
Any questions for Councilwoman Hope? Councilwoman Hope, I have one item for you, Amendment to Civil Service Code number 36.65, certification process. Do you have anything to add?
No, I do not, thanks.
Public Safety Committee, I have no report in addition to what has been reported. Intergovernmental Relations and Communications, also I have no report on that. I would answer any questions on either of those if there are any, and there are no agenda items on the agenda for the work session for those. Move down to item number 6, the mayor's report. Just quickly, two things to talk about. First, Paul already talked about VXI. That company is on an upward swing. And this is not just the 200 or so jobs that Paul was mentioning. It's not just call jobs, but they're also supervisory jobs as well as management jobs. So this would be a great opportunity. And he specifically stressed wanting to bring in and hire people from Forest Park. So if you know people out there who are looking for a job, you might have them to touch base over there. Second item is the school board council. I attended the meeting last week. Unfortunately, only Board President Miranda and I were able to make that. We took care of what business we could have. We stayed for about 15, 20 minutes, and then we adjourned the meeting. And she did announce at that meeting that she didn't think we could have a meeting in May because, as Mr. Burns said, the number of issues going on with the closing of the school year. That will conclude my report. I'll answer any questions if there are any. Item number 7, City Manager's report, Mr. Hodges.
Thank you. I'd first report that last week we completed a cable television program on the latest update under the Talking with Forest Park program, and we also issued the latest issue of the Forest Park newsletter. So if anyone is looking to be updated, if you would access that information, it may be of value to you. But we'd also indicate that we have completed all the departmental reports. We've included it in the council packet and also placed it on file with clerk of council for public inspection. And finally, I would report to council just to help you stay updated, and in case you have any questions raised by residents. We completed the sidewalk installation on Kemper Road, just east on Kemper Road, just east of Winton Road. So that will make a big difference for anybody that's traveling along that way. There are many people that walk along that way, but particularly our high school students travel on Kemper Road. And up until now, there's been a good part of it that was unpaved, that is, no sidewalk, because that would have been the responsibility of the developer. But in any case, after many years, that is resolved, and that's taken care of. And then finally, the stamped concrete work that is going on Northland Boulevard, that is really a maintenance type item. We had installed the stamped concrete with the Northland beautification project, and the concrete was spalding a little bit. So if you just drive by, you may not notice it in terms of the spalding. And because we've now ripped everything out of there and put new concrete in, you might be wondering, well, what kind of work is going on there? But that's what it is. But it's under contract. So we had contracted for a quality level of material for whatever reason, and we can't explain exactly the reason that the material didn't hold up as well. So under contract, we just had it replaced. So that would conclude my report, but I would respond to any questions if there are any.
Thank you. Any questions for Mr. Hodges? Next item on the agenda is item 8, other reports. The first of those, Law Director, Mr. Wyckoff.
Thank you, Mr. Mayor. Since the last council meeting, I've been working on a couple issues, one involving dogs being loose in the city, and that's why I'm recommending eventually after your second reading in a couple weeks, the passage of Ordinance 3, 2017. We had a situation where a dog jumped over a fence and attacked and seriously injured another family pet, and then the owner of the pet got hurt trying to separate the dogs. And we didn't have anything to cover the domestic animal that was seriously injured. Also, I'm working on a particular building code violation. It's going to be a real tough one because if we can't get this resolved, eventually I'm going to have to file a civil lawsuit requesting for an injunction to actually have these people tear out a remodel they did. We're just not getting any cooperation, and it's a harsh remedy, but that's usually what happens when you ignore a serious situation. If you have any questions, I'll be happy to answer them. Otherwise, that would be the end of my report.
Question for the Law Director. Hearing none, thank you, sir. Next report is Clerk of Council.
Thank you, Mr. Mayor. I do not have a report this evening.
Any questions for Clerk of Council? Hearing none, we move to item number 9, unfinished business and general orders. Is there a motion? Mr. Burns.
Thank you, Mr. Mayor. I move to suspend the rules requiring the reading in full on 2 separate days and read for the second time by title only, ordinance number 2-2017. This item was read for the first time on April 17th.
Second.
Been moved and seconded that we suspend the rules requiring the reading in full on 2 separate days and read for the second time by title only, ordinance number 02-2017. Is there discussion? Hearing none, will clerk call the roll on the motion?
Herbie?
Didn't I have to give, yes.
Holt?
Yes.
Johnson?
Yes.
Southall?
Yes.
Burns?
Yes.
Motion to suspend the rules passes 5-0. Next item on the agenda, item A, ordinance number 02-2017. Would the clerk please read this ordinance by title only?
Ordinance number 02-2017, an ordinance establishing a miscellaneous fee schedule for the city of Forest Park.
Is there a motion, Councilwoman Herbie?
Yes, I move the adoption of ordinance number 02-2017.
Second.
It's been moved and seconded that we adopt ordinance number 02-2017. Is there discussion? Councilwoman Herbie.
Yes, just very briefly, this is our annual update to our fee schedule for various activities, programs, services such as park and hall rentals and concession stand rentals and so on. And every year our staff takes a look at these and either suggests additions or amendments to some of the fees that we have, generally to keep them in line with surrounding areas and also to cover any costs. So I would urge adoption of this ordinance.
Any further discussion? Hearing none, would the clerk please call the roll on ordinance, ordinance number 02-2017?
Holt,
Yes.
Johnson,
Yes.
Southall,
Yes.
Burns,
Yes.
Herbie.
Yes.
Ordinance 02-2017 passes 5-0. Next item on the agenda is new business. On the new business, item A, ordinance number 03-2017. Would the clerk please read that ordinance in full?
Ordinance number 03-2017. An ordinance amending Chapter 96 miscellaneous regulations of the codified ordinances of the City of Forest Park, Ohio, as it relates to Section 96.19, owning, keeping, and harboring of dogs. Be it ordained by the Council of the City of Forest Park, Ohio, Section 1. Deletions, crossed out, additions underscored. That Section 96.19, owning, keeping, and harboring of dogs is hereby amended as follows. Section 96.19, owning, keeping, and harboring of dogs. A, definitions. For the purpose of this section, the following definitions shall apply. 1A, dangerous dog, a dog that without provocation and subject to division, A1B of this section, has done any of the following. 1, cause injury other than killing or serious injury to any person. 2, delete, killed another dog, insert injured or killed any domestic animal, including but not exclusively a dog or a cat. 3, been the subject of a third or subsequent violation of Division C of this section. Section 2, this ordinance shall be in full force and take effect after its passage.
This ordinance number 03-2017 will be on the agenda for a vote at the next meeting on May 15. Next item on the agenda is a motion. Councilwoman Holt.
I'd like to make a motion to convene to an executive session to discuss personnel matters related to the administrative transition regarding the continuing process of selecting a new city manager.
Second.
Been moved and second that we convene an executive session to discuss personnel matters related to administrative transition regarding the continuing process of selecting a new city manager. Is there any discussion?
None, thank you.
And now, would the clerk please call the roll?
Johnson,
Yes.
Southall,
Yes.
Burns,
Yes.
Herbie,
Yes.
Holt.
Yes.
We will now adjourn into executive session. No official business will be taken during that executive session. At the end of the session, we will return where we will have a motion to adjourn the executive session, reconvene into the regular meeting. So at this point, we will adjourn into executive session in 2B. 1B.